Hi, I'm Christopher Larson. I'm trying out for Biggest Loser. I currently weigh 300 pounds. I'm 29 years old. I attend Metropolitan State here in St. Paul, Minnesota. And did you know that I had a heart attack at the age of 23? How many people do you know that at that age have had heart attacks? Well, I'm one of them. This is the college where I attend, and one of my dreams and goals as I lose weight is to be able to walk this huge campus without getting winded or tired, and just to be able to take the stairs up the 2 flights, because where I work is 2 flights up, and then also where the library is 2 flights, so it's almost 4 flights a day just for one trip from the library to where I work. 2 flights of stairs just to go up to work, 2 more flights just to get to the library. I like to be able to do it without getting tired. Here we go. I work at the Veterans Center. I did 4 years in the Navy active duty, was Western Pacific deployed for 9 months, and now as a student worker, I get to help future veterans as well. So this, my average daily life, I sit at that desk there behind me and answer the phones, helping people out with any technical issues because I'm very technological. A little bit about my lifestyle. I'm kind of addicted to candy bars and sugar. I've never really had a very healthy diet. It's something I'd like to get into. I try to lead an active lifestyle, but I don't get to the gym as much as I'd like to. But one of the things that's hard for me is that with such large weight gain since my heart attack at 23, it makes it harder for me to stay active as much as I possibly can.
You had a heart attack?
Yep.
Holy cow.
At 23.
So how did this heart attack happen?
I was 23 years old, and I was watching a movie, and I just had major chest pains, and I just...
You had a heart attack at 23?
Yep.
Holy crap.
The worst part was, like I said, I waited a whole week before going to the doctor, because what finally made me go to the doctor is I have a flat driveway, and I was getting winded walking to my mailbox. And I was like, okay, there's something wrong here. There's no reason why I should be winded walking to my mailbox. So they had me do a stress test, and to find out, yep, I had actually had a coronary condition. I had to wear one of those little heart monitor things for almost 6 months. One of the things that are my struggles is I've tried joining a gym, I've tried joining the YMCA, I've tried looking at what my eating portions are, and that's what some of the struggles I have is that it just doesn't seem to be working for me, and I hope that the Biggest Loser is that enough to get me into the right track. And I know if I can lose this weight, I can get into my goals of going back into the service and becoming an officer and getting everything that I hope to do and be able to make everybody else's life much better and be a much better leader with the weight loss. And I served during in the Navy from 2000 to 2004, obviously during 9/11. I served on board the USS Carl Vinson CVN-70, which was an aircraft carrier. I worked on the flight deck where I recorded flight deck operations and ensured that the visual landing aids that the airplanes used to land worked accordingly. You can look anything on that on the internet to find more about it, but I actually thought it was pretty interesting. Some of the areas that I've served while I was in the military, obviously as all Navy recruits start out in Great Lakes, Chicago. Then I went to Seattle, Washington, where my brother is also stationed. He was on submarines. We were living maybe 2 blocks from each other. I've been to San Diego, which is where our air wing was. Obviously been to Hawaii, got to see Pearl Harbor and the USS Arizona. And then we came to Guam. And then from Guam, we got to go to Yokosuka, Japan, Busan, South Korea, Hong Kong, China, and then Perth, Australia. So I've been, across the equator, and it became a shellback, where you go through this little training thing where for about a day and a half, you go through some pretty gruesome stuff to get your sailor's wings, or however you want to call it. I was called a shellback. But I served for 4 years, got out in 2004, and then now I'd like to go back as an officer and take my enlisted experience and to make me much better an officer, because I've worked for non-enlisted officers and I've worked for enlisted officers, and I saw how well the enlisted officers led, and that's what I want to bring back to the military. So if I'm able to lose that weight, I can get back in the service and become an officer.
Hi, my name is Bo Pinmian. I work here at Metropolitan State University as a student affairs staff, and I'm here to tell you about Christopher Larson, who I'm voting for the Biggest Loser. Christopher Larson is a phenomenal guy, and I look forward to seeing him on TV. In fact, he'll be great for the ratings. He's very talented and very technology savvy. He's one of those guys who really is, once he commits himself to doing something, he follows through. I met him at the first annual leadership retreat, and we had technology problem, of course, and Christopher came in as a participant, but ended up being the hero. He saved the day because we had major technology problem, and we didn't know how to do it. And we didn't have anyone there to help us except Christopher came and saved the day. So if you're looking for a guy who is going to start something and really finish, or someone who is adaptive and quick, he's your man. So I hope you guys consider Christopher Larson because he's phenomenal and he is our biggest loser. So
practice these. So this is the one that you need, your 1 steps. We're going to do 3 purple belts and blue belt number 1. Go ahead and come forward a little bit so you got a little bit more room. And purple belt number 1. Ready? Hiya! There we go. Very nice. Let's do it again. Ready? Hiya! Number 2, one of my favorites. Ready? Hiya! Yeah, man. Ready? Hiya! Excellent, sir. Number 3. Yes. Hiya! There you go. Same thing on that reverse like we did on the pads. Ready? Hiya! Number 1 of blue. Ready? Hiya! That's good. Just step back with the right foot. Ready? Hiya! One more time. Ready? Hiya! All right, guys. Let's give Christopher a round of applause. Christopher's been working hard. I know he's going to school. He's got a job. He comes to karate. He got a number of things going on.
Yes, sir.
Christopher's going to be an admiral in the Navy.
Someday.
Someday he's going to be an admiral. Shake, sir. Let's give Christopher a round of applause.